Well, hey, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Chris, and I'm just a dude obsessed with bikes. Today, I wanted to have the dreaded e-bike conversation.
E-bikes, electronic bicycles.
No, there's no justice like angry mob justice.
So I'm just unboxing a new e-bike that we just bought for our daughter. It's a electric 2.0, I think. It's not a 2.0 at all, it's an XP Lite. Sorry. We have the electric 3.0, so pretty much up until now at least, we've treated these e-bikes kind of as like pit bikes. They're great at races, when we're camping, or doing horse events. And the 3.0 that we even have a passenger seat and foot pegs, and it's been great. My wife and I can hop on the bigger electric bike that we have and just like ride up to the corner store while we're camping or something. And we've been really happy with it. And so it was finally time to also get our daughter one, so at least the three of us can head out somewhere together on these bikes. So I'm gonna get this bike together, just kind of show you what it looks like. But actually today, we're not here to talk about these two e-bikes. I'm gonna talk about something else. Why am I just now talking about e-bikes? Probably like most of you, we probably have a similar background. I started out on BMX, got into freestyle and then dirt jumps. And then I got into motocross, and that didn't really do anything for a handful of years as music and just career stuff kind of took over for a while, until a buddy of mine got me into mountain biking about 10 years ago. When I first started out, of course, I did some XC rides for a little while, but really quickly gravitated towards freeride and downhill. I like to think about fitness, but when it comes to bikes, I like that the fitness side is a byproduct of just having a blast on two wheels. And so I do all of my training as cross training, running, weight training, road bikes, and all of that. But honestly, once I'm on my mountain bike, I'm there to have fun. I'm there to get better at what it is we do. And so I wouldn't necessarily call myself a purist, but up until now, e-bikes really just haven't interested me. 3-4 years ago, anytime you went to a bike park that didn't have shuttle access, I would say maybe 1 in 5 people there were on an e-bike. And I would say today that number's almost flipped. And there's a lot of reasons for it, but the main reason is just accessibility. I mean, a decent e-bike that you could take free riding, that used to be, what we would call Yeti bikes, that we would refer to, like those are dentist bikes, right? They were so expensive. But today, they're just getting more affordable, and the barrier to entry is just a lot more accessible for more people. Because of that, we're starting to see trends where there are bike parks coming up with the intent of you bringing your e-bike to shuttle yourself back to the top, and they don't really have any plans for a shuttle service. Most recently, I was on a trip to Walden's Ridge Bike Park, and then just a couple weeks ago, I was at Standing Boy Trails in Columbus, Georgia. Neither of these trails have shuttle access. You could shuttle yourself, with having a buddy and park a car at the top and the bottom and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, these are designed with e-bikes in mind. So, for example, when I was at Standing Boy Trails, I did 2 laps of a couple of the black trails, and then I hit Lickety Split, which is their purple trail. I think I hit that about 3 or 4 times, and then played around in the jumps for a little bit. And honestly, after just that, I was cooked. These are longer tracks, which is great, which also means the climb is a lot longer. And on a hot day in Georgia, in the middle of that kind of humidity, that's all I had. So on the way home, I'm just thinking about, I was there for several hours, but only got a handful of laps in. And honestly, I'm there to practice, Yes, I'm having a great time, but I just want to continue to get better at downhill, better at freeride. And had I been on an e-bike, I probably could have at least tripled the amount of laps that I did. And while yes, probably in the back of my mind, I was worried about just becoming another 40-year-old overweight guy on an e-bike, I don't think that meme is fair, because honestly, yes, a lot of my fitness training comes from being on a mountain bike. Like, your fitness level is just a choice. So all of that said, on my way home, I was like, all right, I give in. and started doing some research on what the best e-bike would be for me. I love my Canyon Torque. It's 180 travel. It's the mullet setup. It's great. It's basically a pedalable downhill bike with a single crown fork, and I wanted to find something comparable. Now, Canyon does make that exact bike as an e-bike, but the starting price before even upgrading parts was already at the top of my budget. And so then I looked to Propane. And I was originally, the next bike I had planned to buy was the Propane Rage. I was gonna get a full DH rig, but that's gonna have to wait just a little bit because I've landed on Propane's Econo. So this is 170 or 180 mil travel, depending on how you set it up. And the coolest thing about Propane is they let you spec like every detail about this bike, like from the color of your saddle to your brakes, your fork, shock, all of that stuff, which is really cool. So you can really build it up to your budget, but also just kind of spec for the things that are important to you. So yes, I'm finally going to get an e-bike. However, the Canyon Torque is going to remain the bike that I'll take to pretty much any bike park that has shuttle access, and it'll remain my race bike until I do get the Rage. And something as far as fitness goes, as far as training goes, that I think would be really interesting would be to, let's say, take the Canyon Torque to Big Creek and just do like a 2-hour day there and just ride as much as I can until I'm exhausted, wear my Garmin, check all the stats, see how many laps I did of each track, and then, you know, the next time go out on the Propane, same like exactly 2 hours, and see how many more tracks that I get, but then also just kind of look at the stats, look at like where my heart rate was, calories burned, all that kind of stuff. I think it would just be interesting because I think the idea of like a lazy e-biker, it's really just unfair. And I've said stuff like that, just kidding. I think they're a great tool for training. And if you can get on a bike that allows you to get more laps in, I mean, that can only make you a better rider. So stay tuned for this new bike coming in. I also have a couple more exciting changes coming to the channel, including an upgrade to my camera setup. So if you aren't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified when I do put up these videos. Sorry, it's been a little bit since I've had a longer, like more proper video upload. I've been super busy, but I'm gonna try to get back into it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you get to do something really cool on 2 wheels this week. And until next time, cheers.